Hello friends, it's your old pal the Colonel here. Welcome back to another episode of Gold Coast Beamer's Garage. Well, as you can probably see, April's gone and May is busting out all over. So I thought we might start the month out with something a little different. Not motorcycle related, but I thought I'd give you one of the Colonel's secret recipes. Now, don't get excited, it's not the one with the 11 herbs and spices in it, but this is another one that you can make really easily, and I wanted to share it with y'all. I call it Colonel Tom's 4-ingredient chicken. Now the great thing about this recipe is it's 4 ingredients and one of them is the chicken. So it's really not very complicated. So if my camera assistant would move the camera up just a little bit here, I'm going to show you what we have. We've got 4 chicken breasts. And I've laid them out in a baking pan. Now you want to lube this baking pan up before you put them in there. And don't use the lube that we talked about. Don't use that silicone spray. You might want to use something more like Pam. But anyway, lay them out in there. And then the second ingredient is pesto sauce. Now I've used fresh pesto sauce and I've used this bottled pesto sauce, and frankly I like the bottled pesto sauce a little bit better. It's got a better consistency, it's got a lot of olive oil in it, and so what you do is you just take and spoon on a pretty good bit of pesto sauce on each breast, being careful not to let the spoon touch the chicken breast, because then you'll contaminate the jar and the chicken police will come and take you away. So once you get a pretty good dollop on there, the more you like pesto, the more you want to put on there, then just take your spoon, smooth it all out. This is real easy. Okay, there we go. So we get that all spread out there, and so there's the pesto sauce. That's ingredient number 2. Ingredient number 3 are tomatoes. Now I usually use Roma tomatoes, but the only Roma tomatoes I could find looked like they came from Rome and were used in building the Colosseum. They were like rock hard. So I've just used regular tomatoes here. But what we're going to do is we're going to put a little slice of tomato, kind of space it out there, and maybe get 2. Usually I can get 3 slices of Romas on there, but these are pretty big tomatoes, so I think 2 slices will do it. And put those right down like that. And we got a couple more coming here, and there we go. Okay, so that's ingredient number 3. The 4th ingredient is mozzarella cheese. Now, this is a time when you don't want to be conservative, you want to be a liberal. And you want to liberally sprinkle that Parmesan cheese on top of each chicken breast. Now, there we go. I may go back for a second pass here. Just really put it on, because that's really the good stuff in this. So there you go. This is looking good already. Now, what you want to do is you want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees and put them in there uncovered, just like this, in this baking dish. Yeah, that all looks good. Put them in there for 40 minutes. So now I'm going to add a little something extra today. I've got some fresh basil I thought might be a nice touch to add on here. So we'll put a little bit of basil on there. There we go. Man, might have to change this to a cooking show. And a little bit of basil. Oh yeah, really good. Okay, so there. I call this Colonel Tom's 4-ingredient chicken. Really easy to remember. 4 ingredients, 400 degrees in the oven for 40 minutes. Chicken, tomatoes, mozzarella cheese, pesto sauce. That's it. So if we could back the camera out a little bit, I'm going to go and I'm going to pop this in the oven. It's going to be our dinner tonight. Now, the good thing about this, I forgot to mention, is you can make this smaller, you can make it larger. You can cut it in half and you don't have to do much ciphering. You just use 2 chicken breasts and do them that way, or 4, or whatever you want to do. We do 4 and we have 2 for dinner. Put 2 in the refrigerator and have those for a dinner the next night or 2. Get out of here. Anyway, That's the Colonel's 4-ingredient chicken. I'd like to thank my production assistant and camera operator, Mary Lou, my sweetheart Miller. I'd like to thank our catering manager, Russell Upsomgrub. I'd like to also thank our Samoan menu advisor, Hanamiya Kanatuna, and as always, our motorcycle repair advisor, Anita Hammer. So until next week, if you're out riding your motorcycle, be aware and take care. See you next week.